Hi everyone, and welcome to the Ethereal Tarot channel. My name is Alexa, and I'm so thankful to have you here with me today as we look into what is draining you. Our energy is so important, and it's even more important to know what may be unnecessarily taking that away. So in this reading, I hope to provide some clarity for you on what that may be so that you can get clear on how to remove it. So with that being said, if you enjoyed today's reading, please remember to leave it a like, subscribe, and leave me some comments letting me know how it resonates for you, and any thoughts are welcome. So there's 3 groups. Timestamps are in the description box as always, and let's take a better look at each option, starting with group 1. For you, we have this card of Healing Chaos. Take your time with choosing. If you need more time, just pause the video. Group 2, we have this card here, Standstill. And group 3, for you, we have this card of Illumination. There you have it. I really appreciate your presence here as always. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the likes and subscribes and the comments that you leave. I just always want to express my gratitude for the opportunity to provide you with these readings. So I suppose I shall see you in your readings very soon, and I hope you enjoy. Hello group 1, and welcome to your reading on what is draining you at this time. So I've already pre-selected some oracle cards just so we can get a rudimentary idea of what this reading will be touching on, and then we will get more specific with the tarot as we continue through. So let us begin. Let's see what's draining you. We have the card Standstill. Card number 19, Rest and Rejuvenation in the reverse position. Card number 8, Community. Medicine Mother, Honor Your Inner Knowing. Hermit, Retreat and Recharge. And Medicine Guardian, Be Open to Healing Information. So for some of you, I'm immediately getting, especially with all this medicine energy here, there could be some health concerns that may be adding extra stress to your mental, as well as your body. Like maybe you're in a stressful situation, or it's been difficult to get something figured out in regard to your health, or maybe you're just trying to make changes in your health. There's something there. For some of you, you could even be in the healing profession, and this could be stressing you out, putting in a lot of hours perhaps, or doing a lot of studying could also be taking a lot from you. There is the trash truck coming at this time, and that's kind of odd because they usually come earlier. It's 1:03, so for me it seems like there needs to be some cleaning out of maybe your space, cleaning out some debris in your life, or a detox, maybe cutting out a specific food, getting clear on what foods work well with your body and what doesn't work well with your body. There's a lot of focus on ensuring that you are taking care of yourself and really checking in with your body and listening to your body, and maybe reaching out to people to get assistance with your body, especially if there's some type of skin condition. I'm getting very specific. This might not be for all of you, but I'm just picking up on the cards. There could be something there. However, I want to say that's not it. There could be an immense focus on your health, yes, or there's a suggestion to focus more on your health, but I do feel there's something that you may feel stuck in or feel as if it's not moving forward. This could be in a specific relationship or maybe even in your career, but I'm feeling more so relationship issues right now, and particularly in the realm of family. I do feel that there could be some family issues that are trying to be worked out, or you're trying to understand your upbringing a bit more, and there could be some unprocessed emotions from your past or from past disagreements or conflicts that you've had that are still affecting your vessel or that are being withheld within you. And I do want to say, if you have any bodily pain, it could stem from unprocessed emotions. I would suggest looking up somatic healing, which is essentially healing through the body and really seeing how the body may hold our trauma in certain areas and getting clear on where that is. For example, like I've just recovered from lower back pain, and I feel like, yes, there were practical things that I needed to do. Like I went to physical therapy and I implemented exercises to help me heal from that, but I also recognized how there were emotional issues that were related to my root chakra and my sacral chakra that withheld me from being able to fully take care of my vessel in that way. I feel hopefully that wasn't too complicated, but I'm just saying our body is interconnected with our feelings and our emotions and our mind. So your health could be connected to some type of emotional healing that may need to take place as well. However, off of that tangent, I do feel with the standstill here, I get the vibe that you're very busy. It's almost as if you don't have as much time as you wish you had, or sorry you guys, yeah, I just feel busyness, like not enough rest or feeling a bit restless. I feel like you're giving yourself to a lot of different things and it's taking a toll on your body. And I keep bringing up your body, group one. Take care, take care. Let me show you. I have the sticker on my board right in front of me. Okay, take care, take care. Okay, take care. So I just want to say, you matter. You deserve to feel sustained and fulfilled and nurtured and tended to, and you are responsible for that, group one. So ensure with this Hermit card that you are taking time out, coming up with some type of schedule. It doesn't have to be an everyday thing. Let's not jump the gun and set too high of expectations of ourselves, but I'm thinking with this Hermit here, you could try to take baby steps and say, okay, Sunday, this is the day I will dedicate to rest. I will not think about work. I will not do work. I will not stress about work. I will not stress about family issues. I will not think about family issues. Just dedicate one day to extreme rest. It's making me think of the Sabbath day. I think Jewish people celebrate this, or they honor this day. And I really admire it because from what I know, inform me if I'm misinformed, please, of course, in the comments. But from what I know, this is a day where they don't do any cooking, they don't look at technology, they don't use technology. It's just very centered on rest and relaxation. And I love that because we are always on. I feel there's in this day and age, it's not upheld, or it's not valued or honored when people really want to just turn off But here I go on another tangent. So I'm just going to relax on that. I also want to bring up, for some of you, in regard to your family, there could be some issues regarding your mother, or maybe not presently. I feel conflicted. There could be some conflicting feelings about a specific female in your life, or a specific mother figure, or someone who is prominently in your life, or who was some type of guardian or authority figure in your life. It feels like there's something to be learned from that relationship. There's something to sort through in that relationship, and really getting clear on how it's affected you and your sense of worth and how you show up in the world. Yeah, I just feel like this is a big time of reflecting on your past, reflecting on how certain situations have influenced you, and really recognizing where things may be taking too much of your energy. So to go through a list, I am feeling there could be some relationship drama or issues related to some type of, it could be a friendship or a relationship within your family. And I also feel maybe even in the workplace, maybe dealing with people's families in the workplace. Yeah, I'm getting healer vibes with you, group one, where you're just very involved in other people's lives in some capacity. Yeah, that's one. And also maybe not fueling your body with nutritious foods, not having enough water. I am seeing a need to hydrate, to find time to stretch or do exercises or yoga, to really get the body moving, and not have it in a stationary place or in the same routine. Yes, and also resting well and having time to really dedicate to yourself, to get grounded and to get centered, and to really tune into how you're feeling and how all of these situations are affecting you beneath the surface, and how you may be suppressing some type of emotion or suppressing what you really want to say or what you really want to do out of a sense of fear, or you're trying to keep the peace, or you're trying to keep the status quo, you're not trying to rock the boat or go into the unknown. It's something here about wanting things to be predictable, but that predictability is slowly draining you in a way. Because I am feeling like a need for excitement, a need for balance in your responsibility, as well as some unpredictability in your life. It just feels like there needs to be a blending of those two things. This card here makes me also think of the Temperance card, and blending two things that you really want. So if you want fulfillment in your relationships, in all of your relationships, then I feel there needs to be some level of grounded communication, or more effort in communicating efficiently, but also having time to really center on your own needs and really focusing on what is most important for you and your growth. So yeah, I love this. It just feels like you need some time to yourself before you can really start making all these big changes. Really focus on taking time for yourself, group one. So you could also be a mother as well. I don't want to leave that out. I forget, because I am seeing that vibe. So you could be giving a lot to others at this time, or giving a lot in general. And for those of you who are not mothers, I just feel like you are overextending in some ways, or you are giving from an empty cup. Yeah, so let's get a bit deeper here. For group one, please, anything else I have missed or need to touch on in regard to what is draining them? For group one, please. Yeah, it's giving that same vibe with Standstill. Not wanting to see the truth of a situation, or not wanting to face the truth, not wanting to make any moves. I do feel feeling a bit stuck in some type of it's like you're going back and forth with yourself about something. And I do feel like you're trying to rationalize your emotions or not truly listen to your emotions because you feel they may be irrational or they may be leading you towards a path of disappointment or there's something there. And with the Page of Pentacles, I do feel like your focus is centered on some type of opportunity that can further your success or that can further your expansion or your growth. It feels very self-focused at this time. And with the Ace of Cups reverse, I want to say it feels self-focused, but it feels self-focused in the way of like trying to detach or trying not to, I kind of get the vibe of like trying to run away from certain feelings instead of really giving yourself the space to feel those feelings while also accepting new opportunities and accepting new ways of expressing yourself. Yeah, the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, that's giving drained energy, like giving and not having, or maybe not wanting to give. I don't know, it feels a bit complex here. I want to get all the cards. It feels a bit complex. With the Nine of Cups reverse, I'm not a fan of that energy. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of maternal vibes here. So for some of you, it could be that you are a mom that is handling a lot right now, that's just showing up and showing out in regard to really being the best that you can be for others. And for those of you, of course, who are not, which I'm sure there are, I just feel there's someone, it feels like there's someone here, like there's energies in your cone of awareness, there's people in your cone of awareness, but you're like trying to subtly not pay attention, but at the same time you're drawn in. I do feel what's draining you is denying yourself of something that you really want, because it's like you're trying to protect yourself, you're trying to protect your heart, but you're not allowing yourself to indulge in whatever is presenting itself to you, or maybe you don't feel as if you're deserving of this time or deserving of this particular healing or activity or relationship. I feel like it's an array of things for you, group one, and it seems, I feel since this is a general reading, it is really hard to pinpoint exactly what is being highlighted, but it does feel rooted in your sense of fulfillment and your sense of wholeness within. I feel a level of dissatisfaction, like you aren't truly able to focus on yourself, but you're trying to, and I feel that's because there's different people who are taking too much from you, and the people who could potentially help you with this community card, or the people who could uplift you, you're blocking them out, or you're blocking out certain opportunities to connect with these people out of a fear. I feel like it's a deep-rooted fear here. It's connected to not wanting to get caught up in something, or not wanting to, I just feel like you want a level of predictability, and like I was saying before, that is what's ultimately draining you beneath the surface. So this is really asking you with the Queen of Cups to tune in to your emotions. Know that logic can only take you so far, and sometimes we can get stagnant if we stay in that place. And really see what you need, what really helps you to feel loved and admired and taken care of and valued and heard. I just feel like you want to be seen and heard. But there's just various things pulling on you, and I do feel like it's time to cut some things off. Really try to figure out what is attaching to you that's taking too much. And having more time to just rest and sit without wanting to distract yourself because you have all this going on. So distractions also could be what's draining you as well, group 1. I'll get one more card. I am feeling like you are being urged to invite in more joy, invite in people who provide that sense of joy and vitality and just help you to feel liberated. They bring a sense of optimism and excitement, and they really help to show you parts of yourself that you may keep hidden. Or I just feel like there's either a person or a group of people or a specific friend who can really uplift you at this time and who can really provide you with that sense of connection that will help you have the invigoration and the motivation to keep doing what you're doing. And so it's productive. I do feel this is really pushing you to work on inviting in productive relationships that don't lead you to being drained at the end of the day, but help you to feel more inspired. Yeah, because there are some wounds to feeling supported, maybe in past relationships, or feeling like you have to take on a burden in a relationship, or feeling like certain partnerships have a level of responsibility. It's a lot. That's pretty deep. I don't want to go too far. That's a longer reading than I'm anticipating. Okay, but this is really asking for you to definitely get out in the sun, connect with others, connect with maybe a specific group or a specific person. There's someone here who is very supportive, very loving, but I just feel like you're not really paying attention to that person. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So I think I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, I don't think I need to get an extra card, actually. So let's get an advice card here for group 1, please. An advice card. That's so interesting. Believe in the impossible on the bottom. You and your loved ones are safe. And what do you need to release? When the new moon in Cancer comes out, there is a sense of emotional cleansing and knowing that you are not responsible for everyone. Group 1, you're not responsible for everyone. You're responsible for yourself. And when your cup is overflowing, then you are able to truly provide your best self to everyone. So I feel for some of you, this could be connected to you wanting to really take on the responsibility of really caring and nurturing those who are around you. But this card is just making me want to remind you that there's something higher than you that is taking care of everything. So you don't have to hold that responsibility yourself. And trust that everything is going to be okay, and see where you are holding on to maybe a sense of control, or holding on to certain grudges or emotions or feelings about something that keep you in this state of ruminating or just feeling fearful of things. I get a lot of new moon, so I feel like it's asking for you to invite in new things, to not get stuck in your own ways about how things should go or how they would go or how they could go. It's like just trust and allow. Group 1. So interesting. I feel like I've been flowing through your reading, but it just seems as if this attachment to predictability is essentially what is draining you. And then as we get beneath that, it's certain connections, certain emotions, certain actions, maybe your job. There's just a multitude of things, and it's like really come back to yourself and take that time to get clear on that. But with this full moon in Leo, there's a lot of Leo energy with the sun and strength. I just feel it's asking for you to build up a healthy level of confidence and self-esteem that's not rooted in the validation of others or wanting to succeed so that others will admire or recognize your worth. Group 1, because with that in mind, it's harder to accept in good things, or it's harder to accept in love or appreciation when you have this idea in your mind that you're only worthy when you do this, or you're only worthy when you're accomplishing that. You're worthy right now, you're worthy forever, and that's just it. You don't have to go out of your way to do these things. And I like to think of accomplishments and success as being the reinforcement of that belief already. Like, we couldn't have accomplished these things if we weren't already worthy of it, So really remember your innate worth and not allow the ego to instill fear about you not being able to have certain things until you are a certain way. It's very intricate within the mind. I do feel there's something within the subconscious that is waiting to be illuminated, okay, especially with the sun. There's something that's waiting to be illuminated that may be connected to your inner child, that may be connected to something that occurred in your childhood, or just overall what you have been taught, what conditionings you've been raised in, and really cleansing and clearing those out so that you can accept in a whole new version of your life that's not restricted, or that's not keeping you in this cycle of maybe people pleasing, or maybe just not really taking care of yourself in the way that would be most beneficial. And taking care of yourself could also mean inviting in connections that do uplift you, or changing certain behaviors that align with more healthy outcomes, or even allowing yourself to take more time out to yourself to have self-care and get clear on your own needs. Okay, there's different areas of your life I feel are being touched. So that's what I have for you, group 1. Let me know in the comments how it resonated for you. Leave it a like, please, if you enjoyed, and even if you didn't, just thanks for being here. You got to the end, so I appreciate that. And I send you so much love. I send you healing energy. I wish you the best. I pray that you have prosperity, wealth in every way of the word. And I send you love and deep and profound connections with others. So accept it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, I shall say goodbye. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your reading on what is draining you at this time. So I already pre-selected oracle cards just so we can get an understanding of what we will be focusing on, and then we're going to get more detailed with the tarot. So let us begin. Group 2, for you we have card number 41, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Seer, see beyond the current situation. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Traveler, move in a new direction. Pleasure. And card number 33, chaos and conflict. So, group 2. Group 2. There's a lot of living in the moment energy with you. I love living in the moment, okay? So I feel that at a certain point, I want to say, group 2, I feel like you're kind of getting to this point of trying to understand what's next, and it's almost as if there's this inability to make certain decisions or make certain moves that need to be made, or really get some type of structured plan in place that helps you to take action on certain ideals or visions that you may have. Because group 2, I do feel like you have this ability to envision a bigger life for yourself. You are able to have these dreams or these ideas of what you want in your life, but the implementation of practical steps may be where there could be some incongruency with the intention. I feel for you, group 2, what's draining you is this inability to take action towards what you know needs to be changed or what you know needs to happen. I do feel there is some type of awareness that is coming in about what shifts need to take place. I feel like you have a very profound connection to the divine or a specific I want to say a specific angel or a specific guide. There is someone here that is really, I feel like they're really pushing you, like a heavy hand is on your life right now, of trying to guide you and show you the way, or try to at least make sense of whatever changes are going on around you. This could be coming in the form of another person as well. I do feel like the divine is using people around you to help you get more grounded and clear about what you need to do and where you may need to implement more. I'm doing this and it makes me think of boundaries. It makes me think of borders, like structure. And you do have this very free-flowing energy, like who knows what's gonna happen, let's just see. But yeah, I feel like that's ultimately draining you. Maybe not in the way where you're completely aware of it. I do feel there is a sense of joy within you. I feel like you are mainly okay, group 2. I love that for you. I feel it's just you're needing more structure in your life. You're needing more routine and a clearer understanding about what you want your life to look like in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. Like, what is your plan? And really setting down some grassroots, okay, with pleasure here, because I do see that you want to live a comfortable life. You want to enjoy and really take in all the finer things in life, or at least just enjoy the life that you are living. But in order to have certain things that you want, I do feel there are steps that still need to be taken to really make this dream happen. And the day I'm filming, a little astrology chat really quick, Jupiter in Taurus is sextiling Saturn in Pisces. Oh my god, I'm not going to get too much into it, but it's essentially helping to ground dreams. It's helping to provide a sense of direction, a sense of responsibility for making these things happen, and recognizing that our idea of something can come true, but we must put in the effort to have that in our lives. So if you're wanting to move, or if you're wanting to expand your network, or expand your net worth even, or expand your sense of self, or expand your idea of who you are, and really getting in connection with your truth and your authenticity and what you really want from life, you must take the steps to come to that realization. Like, you must take the steps to ensure that you're having building blocks that help you to progress to that point. It just feels like the idea can always be there, the vision can always be there, but there needs to be action. So if you are planning on moving, really try to get clear on, okay, with the place I'm trying to move to, how much would it cost to live there? What's the cost of living in that area? what are certain clubs or organizations I can join to get myself out there? What activities do they have? Not just moving, but even in your career, like what do I need to do to have more credible, I don't know what word I'm wanting to use, credible resources, or just have a more credible presence for an employer to see, or and a collaborator to really value. It's just, how can you make yourself more valuable, and what things are you doing right now that are not aligning with that vision of value for you? Getting an understanding of what you do value and seeing if you're focused on prioritizing those parts of life as well. But what I'm really seeing is a need to really get grounded and clear about your sense of direction, and maybe not having a sense of direction in your day-to-day or in your overall goal for your direction. I feel like that's draining you because you're kind of just living on a whim, which I feel is not a bad thing. I think it's admired, like we should live in the moment. We shouldn't always be trying to think 10 steps ahead, but I feel like you may lean more towards just living in the moment and trusting that everything will be okay. And I agree. I feel like I could tend to do that sometimes, but there's a balance, I do feel. So I'm definitely feeling that Jupiter Saturn in your reading of really trying to help you to ground your optimism and to ground your dreams. But it's going to take some effort on your part, and it's going to require a lot of change, and that part may be a bit uncomfortable for you because I feel like you love comfort. I mean, we're humans, I think that most of us do, but maybe for you to the extent of not wanting to make certain moves out of a feeling of comfort. Like you could be prone to getting into a comfort zone and just kind of flowing with it. But it feels like a very critical time in your life, group 2. It feels like you're coming to a crossroads of having to really make some very strong and profound decisions. You're really having to set some true roots in regard to either your career or your focus in life, or the next stage in your life, the next chapter in your life, because it just feels like one cycle's ending and another one's beginning, especially with this new life card on the bottom. Like you're being invited to really do things differently, invite in changes, and as you do so, you'll find that you'll feel a lot more liberated and more able to live in the moment because you have some type of idea of where you're headed. So you're not feeling lost, group 2. And I do want to say, if you have a solid friend or someone around you who is very strong-willed, dedicated, focused, I do feel taking advice or having a conversation with them on how to get things in order will be beneficial to you. Or if you know someone who is very diligent and responsible, I feel like it will be good to ask them for help, or just ask for help in general, because it seems like big moves are needing to be made for you and getting clear on what needs to happen. And I want to emphasize, you don't have to be impulsive and immediately start making these changes, but I am feeling like it's a step-by-step process of first getting clear on what you want, getting a plan in order, trying to get as much information as you can, envisioning what you want your life to look like, really centering in your sense of self, in your instincts, in divine wisdom and inspiration that you're receiving, and finally taking the steps that are necessary to move you into this new chapter. Okay, like take little baby bites, I just feel, take it easy, don't overwhelm yourself, but just incrementally set down some parameters. But let's get a bit deeper. Why don't we group 2. What else do they need to know that I haven't touched on about what may be training them, please, Divine? How quick. So interesting. Why did it want to come over there? It's fine. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Empress reversed, that gives me maybe something in regard to your feelings of growth or prosperity, or a feeling of self-reliance. I also feel fertility, like you may feel like things aren't able to grow. Maybe there's a hyperfixation on material comfort. Yeah, I feel like that could be draining your potential. I feel like this is all about your potential, because like I was saying before, it feels like you are in a pretty comfortable position right now, Group 2. I don't feel like you have to grow if you don't want to, but essentially it will lead to stagnation. But I do feel there's this really big emphasis on wanting to feel comfortable and wanting to feel safe and secure. Perhaps that has been something that has been lacking in your past, like you have experienced not feeling safe and secure. You've experienced not having that sense of security, and now you cling on to it like that is a top priority for you. And I feel like the divine is acknowledging that and trying to reassure you that you are safe, you are protected, you have what you need. There's no need to worry or fear or have an idea of you ever lacking, because that could be pushing you to not take the actions that you need to take in order to have the life that you want to live. So that could be key right there. I feel that's the main message there for sure. Yeah, it's big on material comfort or wealth. Like it just feels like you're already abundant. I want to say Group 2, like you already have, and maybe there's a mentality like you don't have, or you need to conserve, or you need to hold on to what you have. And I feel with this traveler moving a different direction or moving a new direction, it's like let go of some things, let go of what you have a strong hold on, let go of any possessions, or maybe even a certain place that you live. It's like let go of this comfortability, because it's like holding you hostage. It's holding your potential hostage. It's holding your possibility hostage, I do feel. And it's keeping you in this state of not being able to really have foresight of what's possible for you, because you may be stuck in some type of idea of what your life looks like. It's interesting, I do feel. But with this Hierophant and the Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, I love, there could be a specific person in your life who provides wisdom and grounding, and I just feel really take heed to that. Maybe even this is some type of spiritual text, or some type of wise person who is just providing you with a different perspective that helps you to not feel defeated, or feel like, oh, I just don't know what to do. It's just so many options, there's so many things. I feel like they will provide a structure for you. They will provide more of a vision, or more of a set plan, or help you to envision a set plan, because it does feel a bit scattered for you. Like your mind may be scattered. There's lots of things distracting you or pulling your attention, maybe even social media. I do feel with the Page of Swords reversed, or hypervigilance, being on guard, or just something about you being very protective of what you have and very protective of yourself. And that could be also draining you and keeping you from really forming close connections within your life, group 2. So let's get a bit more. We have death on the bottom. I love to see this card because it signifies deep and profound transformation and change. I just posted a video on how your life is transforming. I do feel group 2 that would be an amazing reading for you to watch, but I do feel this is a big time of really tuning into yourself and looking back on decisions that you've made in the past and reckoning with yourself about it, really getting clear on what moves you can make differently, what changes you can make in your behavior that helps you to feel more secure in your decision-making process now. Group 2, it may be how you've passed up certain opportunities to expand, or maybe you just have not really been able to trust yourself, or you've doubted your ability to make certain moves on your own. But this is big for you to get out of a certain cycle of limitation in regard to your mind, your mindset, or your possibility. So I do feel with the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, yeah, I want to say hyper independence could be also draining you, like this excess focus on being self-reliant and not needing anyone. I do feel deep down you do want connection, you do want partnership, you do want companionship, and maybe you deny yourself of that sometimes, and that could be also draining you or not providing you with the fulfillment that can help push you forward as well. There's definitely this vision of having maybe a partner as well as a successful career and wealth and material success, and I feel that that is exactly what you are meant to have. It's possible, but there's some fear wrapped up in how you're going to have this in your life or how this is going to manifest. And I want to say with Archangel Uriel here, it's like that is beyond your knowledge. Some things you're not meant to know. Right now you're really being pushed to focus on how you can move forward towards the things that you want, to not focus on what you don't want, to not focus on the fears or anxieties or worries that you have about certain plans that need to be put in place, but to focus on what you are capable of accomplishing if you were to take baby steps towards it. And I feel, like I said before, you feel very abundant already. You feel very disciplined in your own upkeep, in how you take care of yourself. But I feel that this is, it's a lot of focus on pentacles. There's a lot of focus on money or really getting some type of career success or material success, but yeah, this lack of connection through relationship could also be draining you. So definitely take some time to find community or find certain people that you enjoy to help you in this vision that you have of a successful life, group 2. So yeah, let's get a final card of advice for you, group 2, and see what that may be. I love to see it. Excuse me, we have a gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. I think that's just motivation for you, group 2. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work and you shall see rewards from your efforts. Continue to be focused and disciplined. Put in routines that help to actualize these visions and ideals and dreams that you have, and you shall see success. And I have been picking up on some relationship energies in your reading, but for some reason I was not talking about it. So I do feel it's like it's a hidden desire that you have, like you want a relationship but you deny yourself, and it feels like you distract, or you try to shift your focus to just maybe living in the moment, or not really caring too much about what, I don't know, you have something going on with you. It's like you're just trying to really focus on having your stuff together. But yeah, I do feel there's opportunity for romantic relationship particularly, but just connection in general, I do feel that you have the opportunity for, if you open yourself up to it. So here we go. I was saying it's time to really get a vision and take action on it, group 2. I love this card because it's like, let's just jump in. It's a cardinal energy, so it's like fired up, it's motivated. So I do feel if you have been lacking motivation, do things to change your energy, do things to really get your fire back, get your passions back, okay, group 2. And I want to say you've already been very successful, but there is no cap to your success, okay? There is no limit. So continue to push forward and, hold the vision. Hold the vision, stay steady, stay focused. You see the determination in those eyes, really feeling very determined energy. And closing out cycles of your past, I do feel. I think it's just time to move away from your past. I don't even feel like talking about your past, group 2. So that's probably something within that. Yeah, it's just time to look forward. It's time to look ahead and really just focus on your own fulfillment, your own happiness, and how other people may assist you in that. This is not a time to be super selfish. You can be self-focused, but with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I feel like it could tend towards selfishness because you have been in this energy of self-focus for a while. So boom, there you go. Group 2. I also want to stay with the eclipse season. That could be pretty major for you. I'm not really sure when that may be, but if you're intrigued, you can look into that for whenever you see this. But if you enjoyed the reading, please let me know in the comments below how it resonated. Leave it a like, please, and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate each and every one of you being here with me today. I truly enjoy this space that we have created for one another, and I send you so many blessings, so much love. Receive it, group 2, and I hope that you find joy and bliss, peace, prosperity, connection, companionship, and wellness in your life, okay? I leave you with that, and hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. Until then, bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading on what is draining you. So I have already pre-selected these oracle cards so that we can get a bit of an understanding of what we will be touching on today, and then we'll get more details with the tarot. So let's go ahead and start. For you, group 3, we have card number 45, time to go. Card number 36, come to the edge. Card number 46 in reverse, the thinking man. Card number 47, reverse, the thinking woman, which I thought was kind of bizarre that they came out together. Solitude and moon. Take note of intuitive messages. I immediately want to say, don't second guess what you know, group 3. For you, I do feel this is centered on a specific partnership with someone, or a specific dynamic you have with a particular person. And I want to say I mainly feel this to be some type of romantic situation or some type of situationship, or just some type of dynamic that is familiar to you within your relationships overall. I feel as if there is this disconnect, this inability to get on the same page as someone, this wanting to have a new beginning or a new start within the realm of the relationship, but it not being grounded. I feel for one person there is this incessant need to be on their own, perhaps, or just be in their own way, or you may perceive this person as being in their own way, or trying to have a certain I don't want to say control, but I do feel it's like there's a competition, a slight competition of control. I do feel of like who's going to get their way, who's going to concede, who's going to compromise. There feels like a lack of compromise or a lack of truly getting to the heart of the matter, truly getting to a place where vulnerability can be had, where feelings can be expressed. And I do want to say, if you have tried to be open and expressive, group 3, that is as much as you can do. Okay, that's as much as you can do. You can provide that safe space for the other person to do so, but if they're not ready to delve into any topic or delve into a specific relationship with you, or if they're not ready to embark on this journey, I want to say, don't waste your energy, don't waste your time on trying to convince someone or try to maybe I'm thinking of a song. Like, don't think that you can change the dynamic because it takes two, okay? So trust what you feel, trust what you know, and really take some time with the solitude card to reflect and ensure that you have time to yourself where you are decompressing and you are reflecting on the conversations that have been had, or you're reflecting on what you need within on your own. What do you need to feel secure and like you have a sense of comfort? I want to say, if you're watching this and you're not resonating with this being with someone else, I just feel for you, group 3, there's some type of relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but there is a relationship that is taking a lot from you, or just leaving you in a state of confusion, or isn't really clear. It just doesn't feel clear. It feels a bit ambiguous. It feels like there could be some hidden factors here, like there's just information that's being withheld, or it just feels a bit, I don't know if I want to say this, I don't want to say that. I just feel like this is something that is going to cause more damage to your own psyche than good with how it is right now, because I just feel like it's just unclear, and communication isn't as good as it could be. But the focus I am seeing is to shift to maybe understanding how you can utilize your time alone to be more beneficial for you, how you can get clear about what you actually do desire, whether it be from this person or from yourself or from life in general or from relationships in general, what your ideal of a situation would look like. Not to say that we should set ourselves up to be disappointed, but to have a guideline that we're not willing to compromise on. I feel getting clear on what integrity means to you, what boundaries are for you, and what you value within dynamics, what you value within your relationships, and recognize when you may be sabotaging yourself or sacrificing yourself in order to please another, where you may be contributing too much of yourself and not receiving what you're hoping for. Because I am seeing for some of you, you may be hoping for a relationship, and maybe there's been some time of waiting or this back and forth, and I just feel like the ball's not in your court. I don't see that right now. I feel like the ball is in the other person's court. I don't know, maybe you guys are mirroring each other, like you feel the same way, like it's hard to be vulnerable with one another. There just seems to be a lot of things that need to be worked out separately, and in time perhaps you guys could come together with more clarity to really settle some type of misalignment that may be there. But now's the time of really tuning into yourself, really tuning into what you want, seeing how you may be limiting your perception of things that you're able to have in your life, how you may be settling for something that's not as fulfilling, or staying in some level of comfortability because you know it's predictable. And for some of you, you could resonate as the person who is afraid to take that leap of faith into some type of relationship because you are comfortable in your solitude, and you feel as if you invite someone else into your life, that will disrupt some type of status quo. I feel like there's two groups within this group. One where you guys are wanting a relationship, and then the other where you are kind of iffy. And I feel like if you are iffy about it, the other party is really feeling drawn to maybe leaving this behind, or feeling like they're getting signs to really detach from you. And if that scares you, then I would say maybe you should trust in the unknown and just see what happens if you were to be more open with this person. And for those of you who resonate as the person who is wanting the relationship, I do feel like the other person is entertaining the thought, but I'm not making any promises of seeing that they're going to take any action soon. It just seems like they're entertaining the thought. And that's what I want to leave it at. Like, maybe, but they still feel a bit stuck in their ways. So, group 3, I didn't expect this to turn into a love reading. Anyway, I just feel like this situation may be draining you a bit. And I really feel like shift your attention to something else if it becomes overwhelming. Take some time to yourself to really get clear on your own emotions, get clear on your own feelings, and ensure that you're not being sidetracked from your overall goal because of whatever is going on in this dynamic. Group 3, because at the end of the day, relationships do matter, and it's important that we find someone who wants the same thing as us, and knowing that you're able to find that without compromising what's best for you. Group 3. So there could be potential in this situation. I just feel like it's very complicated right now. It's very ambiguous. It's not very clear, but trust what you know, trust what you feel, and ensure that you're not, becoming too idealistic or too pessimistic. There's like two extremes to the situation. And I just feel like stay the course, be balanced, maintain your equilibrium, and focus on what you need to do. Focus on your priorities as this sorts itself out. So let's get a bit more about this. Why don't we group 3? It just seems very big on communication and getting out of this mental and really stepping into the heart and being more open about what you really want, what you really feel, because I just feel like both of you have this analytical quality to you where you're just able to state facts or be very witty or very sharp with your words, and that can lead to more conflict than resolution. And I feel like if you were to speak from a place of openness, then maybe things can start progressing in a way where both parties are satisfied with the outcome. But let's continue with the tarot, okay? For group 3, what else do they need to know within the situation, or what's draining them, please? I was just talking. I'm so glad I said what I said before the card came out because it just seems like there's a new opportunity to connect in a way where communication is clear, communication is more authentic, and it honors truth, because I feel like there's been some hidden quality of truth, like maybe not speaking up on certain things, not really talking about what's going on, and there's this clarity of mind that may come from taking a step back from the situation, or this understanding that may be gained from really reflecting and introspecting about what's going on, and perhaps a chance for some type of reignition of a certain dynamic, or a renewed sense of passion towards a person, or even just developing new passions in general, focusing on your hobbies as well, focusing on what inspires you, and connecting to the joy in your life that is already present, and instilling yourself with motivation to achieve goals that you have in mind as well, group 3. And I want to say, ensure that you're not trying to take too much control over what's happening. I feel at a certain point you just have to kind of surrender to things until you feel things are appropriate to discuss. I just get a vibe of needing to just go with the flow. Okay, go with the flow. Group 3. Yeah, I'm so sorry if this is a situation that is confusing you. Trust me, I am familiar with that feeling, and it's not the best, but that's when we just need to shift that attention to something else and cut out the things that aren't good for you. If you know this has been an ongoing, let me just keep going. Let me get the cards because I feel like okay, it's like urging me to continue what I was saying. If you feel like this situation is just causing more imbalance in your life, or if you feel as if it's taking you out of a state of clarity and true perception of the actual situation, like if you find yourself trying to project some type of outcome, or if you find yourself hyper vigilant on what this person is thinking or doing or whatever, I just feel like you're getting outside of yourself, and it's time to come back to center and ground. Ensure that you're not getting out of balance within yourself because of the disruptions around you, especially in regard to some type of relationship or dynamic within relationships. Yeah, don't get outside of yourself. Ensure that you are not allowing your emotions to be dictated by those outside of you. Really take some time to yourself, please, group 3, and see where or how this relationship or whatever is occurring for you, how it may be triggering you in some way, or what things from the past need to be addressed or looked at because this situation is bringing it up to the surface. And I feel like the only way that you can get clear on that is through solitude, at least for a moment in time, and then perhaps revisiting, getting closure, or trying to move forward. It just feels like you have options, but right now you need to focus on yourself before those options are clear, because there just seems to be like some dissatisfaction, like somebody's not getting their way, someone's not feeling there's something there fulfilled by the situation. I feel like someone's wanting more than they're getting as well. It's just a whole lot. I see why this is what's being pointed out. I see why this may be draining you, group 3, because it feels a bit exhausting. Like, oh my god, I don't know what to expect. And that's why I say the ball's out of your court. Like, you can't control other people's actions. Yeah, and the thing is, that's why it's annoying. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, group 3. I feel like, this person is brought to you for a reason. I feel like it's very synchronistic. It's very on purpose. You may feel a very strong desire towards this person. And yeah, of course, like that's for a reason as well. But this could go two ways, both have to come together from an authentic and vulnerable place for it to work out. And if that is not what's happening, then no matter how bad you want something, or how bad you want this person, or how vibrant and passionate you feel, what do you stand for? Group 3, what matters to you? And if that's not being met, or if that's not being communicated or heard, then you have to see how you may be staying in a situation that's not so good for you. But we have the 6 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. So for some of you, this could be a person from your past, or someone that you have been in cahoots with for a little minute. And it just seems like there is some uncompromising energy, like my way or the highway with this person. An inability to truly compromise, I do feel, and it could be causing you a lot of turmoil and hurt. And I feel like you've tried to offer a different perspective, but I don't know, someone seems to be in their ego. I keep saying they, but I don't know. At this point, it's muddled, it's unclear, but clarity will be found. Clarity will be found as you take a step back and really get a clearer picture of what's going on. Step back, okay. Be impartial. Step out of the emotions just for a moment. Not saying they don't matter, but accept the situation as it is. And it takes 2 to tango is what I want to say. It takes two. I feel the need to get one more, so I'll get one more. The final card for group 3, please. The final card. Yeah, 6 of Swords on the bottom. It may feel hard to move away from this situation, group 3. I understand. But it will take some courage and some strength to really do what you gotta do. Do what you feel is best, but it just seems like some time needs to be taken away to just assess. And there we have it. The final card being the Tower. is to fall apart. So there's definitely something happening within this dynamic. There's definitely some big changes that are being made. Someone's being humbled. Someone's being shown the truth that they can't deny. And I feel like this is going to change things. For some of you, this is symbolizing some type of breakup overall. But definitely with the Tower, I just feel like whatever happens for a reason that may be beyond your ability to comprehend, but it's leading to a greater outcome ultimately. And just trust that whatever is occurring within this dynamic or in your life is to promote change and growth for you. So do what may feel difficult, or allow life to do it for you. So yeah, group 3, that feels pretty intense. This situation feels really intense, I want to say, but it just feels like this is a bit karmic. I don't want to say that lightly. It just feels like a learning opportunity for sure. A big learning opportunity about yourself, about the type of people you're attracted to, about what you're willing to stand for in relationships, what you're willing to compromise on, and a better understanding of your emotions as well and how you can communicate. Yeah, so let's get a final advice card for you, group 3. Well, I was not expecting this at all, but I'm excited to know your feedback. Let me know in the comments how it resonates. So let's get a final card. These cards are so bizarre. Like, I don't know, it just feels like things are happening like boom. Like, I don't know, it feels unexpected. But with the full moon in Capricorn, I did say karmic. Okay. And it just gives me Saturn vibes, and Saturn is big on karma. So just learn what you gotta learn. Get through it. Find the wisdom and move forward. Okay, it may be difficult. Saturn is not the one thing Saturn is generous about is hardship. So anyway, have faith in your dreams. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I love that. It gives me like the star vibes. Knowing that within this process there is still hope to be had overall for your life, and perhaps even for this situation. I just feel like it's in its current state, it's very elusive. It feels like you guys may be disconnected, maybe at a distance, and I just feel things are transforming. You may be transforming, the other person may be transforming, and this is just part of the transformative experience for both of you. And it's important that you just keep the hope alive and stay committed to what matters to you. So get clear on what you want to commit yourself to, what you want to invest your energy into, and anything you invest into, it will provide something back to you. So I would say ensure that your idea of commitment is one that has a positive connotation, and when you think of a responsibility to something or someone, I heard this from Kate Meyer Tarot, and she was saying that responsibility means the ability to respond. So if you're able to respond, then that just means that you're responsible. Okay, so be responsible in your communication and how you engage with the situation and with yourself, and take some time to just get clear. Group 3, focus on you for a little bit, focus on what's going on within, and revisit this when you have the capacity to do so. Okay, everything doesn't have to be figured out right now, but do what's best for you and try not to overly force something to happen. Okay, so that's what I have for you, group 3. I really hope this helped in some way. Let me know in the comments, please. Your reading is like, whoa, shocking. I was not expecting it. So I really appreciate your presence. I send you so much love. I send you peace. I send you joy. And I hope that you find fulfillment and connection, compassion, and companionship in this life. May you be successful. May you be well. And until the next time, hopefully I'll see you in the next reading. But like I said, until then, bye-bye, group 3.